Welcome to the recorded version of the iLearn Information Night presentation. Here's a quick look at the agenda. We'll provide a brief overview of iLearn 97. We'll describe expectations regarding student use of the devices. We'll have a brief review of accounts and policies, including measures for protecting private information. We'll share information about technology fees and details about the boot camp and rollout. So why iLearn 97? First of all, what is iLearn 97? iLearn 97 is the name we've given to the district's initiative to put individual technology devices in the hands of all of our students. Technology has many benefits to offer education, but those benefits can't be realized when teachers and students have to plan ahead for use, reserve a lab or cart, and possibly go somewhere else in the building. Implementing a one-to-one initiative has been part of the district's 5-year tech plan, and we've been able to begin the process 2 years ago when we provided every teacher with an iPad and access for our kindergarten students. Our 5th graders last year were our vanguard group, followed by the 4th graders receiving devices shortly after spring break. And this has led us to the point where all students in grades 3 through 8 will be receiving devices for the upcoming school year. So, what do you want kids to do with technology? This is the question we asked, and we firmly believe in this diagram. It's not about the technology, but about how the technology can support the learning environment. We wanted to create a more engaging and interactive learning environment, which we've accomplished district-wide. We strive to create an environment where students feel support and challenged, with tools that foster their creativity, a community to safely communicate and collaborate with one another, and one that can meet the varying needs of all of our students. We've done a lot of research prior to taking this step and are drawing on the experience of many other districts nearby and across the country that have implemented programs like this. It's important to note that this is not a technology initiative, but rather a teaching and learning initiative. We are putting technology devices into the hands of every student throughout the school day and at home because we believe this will have the following benefits. It will provide more equitable access to the power of technology for all our students. It will redefine both teaching and learning with an emphasis on providing 21st century skills. It will increase student interest and engagement in their education. It will facilitate the development of a more personalized learning environment in which students are more active participants in their learning and teachers serve more as facilitators of learning. It will provide students with a variety of authentic tools to create, communicate, collaborate, and think critically. It will make it easier for teachers to collect ongoing feedback to guide student learning, and it will allow teachers to be more efficient in the daily practices of sharing materials, making assignments, and assessing student progress, redefining and transforming the way we teach and learn. We think it's important for you to know about the preparation teachers and students have done up until this point. Teachers have engaged in a lot of professional development on institute days, during staff meetings, at grade level meeting time, and also during planning time with their team. Teachers and students are now regularly participating in Digital Citizenship Week, and we've designed many boot camp activities that are required for all students before they get their devices. When we initially distribute devices to our students, they first must go through a technology boot camp. The boot camp is a series of lessons designed to help them learn to be digitally responsible, practice internet safety, and also take good care of their devices. We make sure students understand how to use their iPads for school purposes, and that can be a lot different than using a personal device at home. We make sure the expectations are clear, and then it will be time for them to go home. The next step is to prepare families for taking the devices home to support student learning. Here are a few of the apps that are additional tools that you may see your student using. Students may be using iMovie to create a project to demonstrate their understanding of a certain area of the world, culture, or time period. You might see them using EduCreations or ShowMe to demonstrate step-by-step how they solved a problem in math. You might see them using Google Docs to collaborate on a school project with others in their class, whether they're in the same room or different places. They can work seamlessly on the same document at different times. You might see them using Explain Everything to pull together multimedia content to present on a historical figure that might include a speech they made, as well as facts about the individual. These are only a few examples of the types of work your students have or will be producing during the upcoming year. Our students will continue to do research, and they'll have various tools available on the iPad that our classroom and teacher librarians spent a significant amount of time on with students. This is another way the enhanced access supports student learning on a consistent basis. Here is a list of some of the apps. There are descriptions available in the iLearn 97 handbook on the District 97 website. The apps aren't subject specific, and they can actually be used with any subject. They focus on the 4 C's: creating, collaborating, communicating, and critical thinking. We chose these apps based on the 4 C's, the SAMR model, and conversations with other districts, and through our evaluation of our iLearn 97 program last year. Here is a list of the bootcamp sessions that all students will be participating in during the first week of using the device. We'll continue to review many of these topics throughout the year to reiterate the importance. During bootcamp, students participated in activities about our Acceptable Use Policy, or AUP. One of the activities asked students to discuss the AUP and rewrite it in their own words. They followed up with a role-playing activity to determine whether or not examples were acceptable or not for school purposes. To summarize some of the ideas in the AUP, you should know that the iPad is used for schoolwork and educational purposes only. Students are expected to act appropriately with care and respect. Of course, there's no bullying or no inappropriate language, and we think it's important to note that unlike a personal device, students can't add apps. This means that if you're questioning whether or not an app is part of the curriculum, you should please contact your teacher. One of the bootcamp lessons covers iPad care. We make sure students know how to take care of their iPads, and we can guarantee that the iPads are secure when they're at school. We teach students about expectations for keeping their devices in their backpacks when traveling from school to home. And we also would like to let you know that students are expected to charge their iPads at home. They'll be bringing cords home, and they should keep those cords at home, charge them at night, and then bring them back to school fully charged. Cords are $40 to replace, so it's important to keep them in one spot and keep them safe so you know where they are. If you have Wi-Fi at home, this might help you remind you how to connect the device to your home internet. There's more information in the Parent's Handbook with details about how to connect to your home internet as well. Many of the apps don't require Wi-Fi, so if you don't have internet at home, the device can still be used for schoolwork. Our community has been very supportive of the iLearn initiative, and if students do have homework that requires internet access, there are places in the community that have free Wi-Fi. Starbucks, McDonald's, and the public library are examples. And finally, if you'd like to set up restricted internet access on your home internet, please contact your internet service provider, and they can help you set up the parental controls. So, what about homework? The amount of homework shouldn't change significantly, but the homework will be quite different. Parents can ask their students, what project is this for? What subject is this for? And again, some homework may require students to be on the internet, but most of the assignments should be things students can do locally on their iPads without internet access. If you don't have internet access and you're looking to get it, there is a Comcast program that can help you. Information is available from the central office rep in attendance in District 97. We're also working to develop a more robust list of places around town that have free Wi-Fi and are willing to have their families come there to work. You may already have rules in your home regarding screen time and technology, so it might seem daunting to try to set boundaries on this new piece of technology that your child will soon be bringing home. We understand the challenges that this places on the parent. That's why we've taken our time when introducing the iPads to the students and clearly stated how students are expected to use the device. To help ease the transition from home to school, we think it's a great idea to use Common Sense Media's family tablet contract to create a dialogue between you and your child regarding the boundaries that you wish to set. This will be part of your child's homework the night before the iPads go home. The iPad does have many built-in security features. In iOS 7, a device can't be altered without the original Apple ID and password. We use a deployment enrollment program from Apple, and the program ties each device's serial number to District 97 and Apple. It should be noted that if a student loses an iPad, we can turn on controls that put it in lost mode to protect the information on the iPad as well as to find the iPad. We've set up our iPads so that students can't make changes to them, and we have put restrictions on the devices to keep them useful for school purposes. We want you to know that in our research and conversations with other districts, there have been extremely minimal number of lost or stolen devices from them, as well as during our rollout last year. As long as students keep them in their backpacks safe and secure on the way to and from school, there shouldn't be any problems with losing the devices. And a little about account and policy information. We're reviewing all account-based programs and compiling a list of those and are working to identify the best way to provide students with learning resources that protect their that protect their student information. And we have a few different layers associated with our content filtering system. We have a sonic wall to manage content filtering. Apple provides a setting on the devices that allows for a layer of content filtering, and we push out security restrictions through our management software. As mentioned before, you can add any filter or restriction to your home internet by contacting your internet service provider. This could provide an additional layer of filtering on your home network. And the Board of Education has approved a $20 technology fee for this year. Here's some information about what that $20 technology fee covers. Copies of the form are also available to you and your students. And we do understand that accidents happen. So the first damage or repair to the student iPad will cost you nothing. Here is some information about the deployment logistics throughout our district at the start of this school year. Third graders will receive their devices for use in school and participate in a boot camp during the second week of school. Devices will start going home following conferences in late October. Fourth grade students will participate in boot camp during the first and second weeks of school, and their devices will go home between September 2nd and September 8th. Fifth grade students will participate in boot camp during the first week of school, and their devices will start going home on August 28th. Sixth through eighth grade boot camps will be held during the first week of school, and devices will be going home on the second day of school, which is August 26th. And finally, if you have questions, you can drop them off in your school's office and contact them if you need to pick up additional information. There's also quite a bit of information on the District 97 website. Thank you very much. We hope to have a great school year with iLearn 97.